Hello. My name is Jess Marie. Welcome back to Yesterday's Coffee Grounds. A lot of my channel is based around emotional well-being, emotional sobriety, and at the end of the day, trying to be a better human. And I do the best that I can, and I try to practice what I preach. I am not a preacher. I am not somebody. I just share my experience. That's all I am. I am a human being connecting with other human beings on human experiences because we all go through them. We all go through trials and tribulations and challenges that we need to adapt and overcome. And that is what I'm here for. I'm just sharing and creating a small little community that I feel connected and comfortable with, because in my day-to-day life, I can connect with people one-on-one, no problem. Lately, I've had a really tough time connecting in group situations. Yesterday, I went to a mom's group, and it was at the church that I go to, and there's all these moms, and they have new babies and everything. I've talked a little bit about miscarriage on my channel before, so it definitely is a soft spot for me seeing all these new babies. And my child is 2.5. He's running around. He's kind of all over. There's no boundaries that he is respecting of mine. That's a whole other thing that I'm going through is discipline. And all these moms are talking, and I'm like, I don't know how to have small talk. I don't know how to just sit and have small talk. I'm like, let's talk about it. What are you working on in your life? What do you have going on? I want to know everything about you. I want to know what you're passionate about. I want to know what your goals are. I want to know all about that. And sometimes it's really hard sitting there, especially a lot of the conversation was around childbirth and being pregnant and times of the year to get pregnant. And I'm like, no, I can't do this. I'm not going to put myself in that situation right now. And I think why I have a difficult time being emotionally vulnerable, or I'm pretty actually good at being emotionally vulnerable, but when it comes to group situations, even just being in a situation and it's like opening up and having just basic surface level conversation, is because I don't have a lot of surface level stuff. I am doing some deep work on myself. This is my little prayer space, and this is my little art space. It's just like a subsection. I'll show you, like, that's the rest of our living room there. We got coats and stuff on the ground, but I just literally hung this sheet up because I don't have the money for one of those like rice paper walls. That's what I really eventually want to get. But I have drank a lot. I have been smoking a lot. Not as much, not now. I haven't been drinking. I haven't been smoking. I chew nicotine gum, so I guess, I don't know. But I don't feel comfortable talking to people about that in a group situation because not everybody is going to respond the same. They're heavy topics. Imagine sitting in a conversation with a bunch of women and like you're all talking about good stuff. You're passing babies around and having a muffin, a coffee. And then someone's just like, yeah, I'm trying really hard and I'm actually struggling to be sober. And it's like, what do people say, right? It's like, are you getting help? And oh, yep, I'm seeing a personal therapist and I'm in couples counseling. Okay, and then that's a whole other thing. And it's just really difficult for me. And I guess it's okay. It's okay for me to not be able to outreach to people the way that I want and really actually need and I crave. I really want friendship so bad and having relationships with people so bad. But I don't have it in me right now, and that's because I'm putting in a lot of work and I feel insecure because I'm in such a transitional point in my life where I'm so connected and I'm actually really exhausted from doing house chores and being a parent and working on my relationship and then working on myself. Actually, I probably work on myself. I try to anyway. I actually probably clean the house the most out of all those things that I just listed there. But that's just the reality of it. And listing all those things, okay, I picked out 4 things that I spend a lot of time on. Prioritize them and find balance, Jessica, because if you don't find balance, you are going to burn out and crash and get sick and you cannot do anything. You're not going to progress. You're not going to progress. You're not going to be able to help anyone and you won't be able to help yourself if you are focused primarily on keeping the house clean, cooking, whatever it may be. And I'm okay to take that role. In my relationship, I love cooking. I love having a clean house. I love doing that. I love spending time with my son. this week has definitely been a little bit harder for my own emotional well-being to have that connective time with him. So in those situations, we go to play groups more. We go out to social activities we'll go skating on Thursdays, and then there's a rock climbing wall at the event center, or we'll go to the playground and stuff like that where it's a little bit more social. We'll go to the library, there's story time, stuff like that where, yes, I do have a hard time connecting with moms. Like, I try my best, and like, oh, what's your son's name? Oh, how old is he? 2.5. Oh. And then I just like cut out conversation. I think I do need to push myself a little bit more to have those small talk conversations. I think it's because I'm in my own head of back when I was drinking, right? It's like in my head I'd be thinking, is this the kind of mom that I could hang out with, and at 12 o'clock in the afternoon she'd be like, yeah, I'll come over for a mojito? That's what I was thinking, right? So trying to reprogram my brain to not analyze moms in that way, or other women in that way. Hey, would she be cool if, like, I don't know, we've been up since 6 a.m. with the kids and just like on go, and it's like 12 o'clock hits, and it's like, boom, let's bust out some mojitos, start slapping the mint, let's go. Now reprogramming my brain of who's going to be a positive influence in my life, who is somebody that has goals and has a lifestyle that aligns with mine, who is somebody that can be there as a friend, and vice versa. I'm not saying that's all I'm just going to take. It would also, who can I be a friend to? Who is somebody that I feel that I can trust, and somebody that can trust me in return, somebody I can build this friendship with. And that's one thing that's really tough coming into my sobriety is how I look at relationships. Because when I drank and when I smoked, it's like, oh, are you a smoker? Great, perfect, let's go out and have a cigarette and talk. No problem, it's easy, it's fine, it's good. And be able to shoot the shit like that, and it was super easy. It was it's so easy going out for a cigarette and having a conversation with somebody. It's a lot more different when you're sitting at a table and you don't really have an excuse to leave the table or the conversation. And I don't like to admit that I have social anxiety. It's not even that I get anxious. It's that I overanalyze, and I look so deep, and that I want that deep connection so bad that I don't know how to take the small step first. I'd rather just take a big step, and it's a tough thing. That's my own personal thing that I need to deal with and overcome. But coming into my sobriety, especially, I have a little bit of work to do, as we all do, and I hope that you find work to do on yourself in your life, because if not, what are you doing? Are you just stagnant? Are you choosing to be ignorant of the things that you can fix in your life, that you can do better at or improve on? And for me right now, I feel pretty confident in my ability to at least find balance with drinking. I don't think I can't admit that I will never have a drink again, but I feel very confident in my ability to not let it get to where it was, where I'd wake up and I would be tired, I'd be dry, I would be smoking cigarettes, not taking care of my health, and just casually drink a bottle of wine and it's fine because my body was used to it. I didn't get tipsy or drunk, but I was still waking up, not being at my best for my child, getting sick, having a stuffy nose, and not being able to show up every single day the way that I need to be. So with all that being said, my name's Jess Marie. If you made it this far, thank you so much for listening. Not to tell you what to do, but I hope you have a wonderful day wherever you are in the world. Bye!